At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance. We are the future of crypto.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Vibraville. Sorry about the delay. I just was selling all my Titan X, after doing some research, listening to Moonbee Roots. I think he's right. I think Titan X is definitely a scam. I think Jake is a huge scammer for sure. And it's just a matter of time before he uses that buy and burn and rugs it, But I was just thinking to myself, what if I applied that same thought to PTGC, to Teddy Bear, to PDI? I think it's the same thing. So I think I'm going to have to sell all my Teddy and PDI and PTGC and get out of all of them too, because those could get rug pulled too. So I think for me now, it's back to just XRP, Pulse Chain, and Stake and Hex for 5555. I think, I don't know what else to do. The FUD's real, and I'm not trying to get wrecked for a second cycle in a row. All the research I've been doing here, finding all the gems, all the coins are going to change the financial system, change the way the world works. It was all just wrong, I guess. So, yeah, guys, I'm just following Moonbee Roots now. We could just watch his stuff and we'll be good to go. So I don't know what else to do, And when Bitcoin doesn't hit 90K, we have one more push up, I think, to like 75, 78K, if that. And then we're coming back down. And people are starting to realize it now. It's not going to be until late next year. And that's going to be after sanctions come on Tether. And there's going to be somebody that gets blamed for a stock market crash. And my gut tells me for some reason, it's just going to be Bitcoin. There's something going on there when the world's telling me it's going to 150K and Michael Saylor is selling everything because it's going to $4 million a coin. It's the top, guys. This is it. And holy shit. Yeah, I lost my my Gucci bucket cap, so I had to put on the Pulse X Hex one. I lost my Gucci shades too, but it's all good. Gnosis safe up 74%, guys. Look at that shit. We all got the airdrop for that. And I'm actually pissed because I sold it for Titan X, for Volt, for that whole ecosystem. But it was at like $1. I think I sold it at like almost $2 the first time. Oh, yeah, it was way down. It was a couple months ago. Yeah. Back in actually, yeah, it was probably around $1.30, but that's all right. There's no way Volt and these other coins did not perform Gnosis safe. And I think there's still more airdrops coming. So any of you guys that had Hex stakes in Staker app and you've interacted with Gnosis wallet or the Gnosis safe wallet, which we had to do for Hedron and Icosa, all that stuff, you had that airdrop in there. You had to claim it though. I had someone ask me today. It's funny. I got a question. What's up with Gnosis? Can I still claim my airdrop? It's saying I can't. And I was like, man, that's so random. And now I see why, because it's up 75%. That's when people want to go claim their airdrops. But when it's doing nothing, why take the time to go look at it? It's so funny how that shit works. Don't forget to mint some Alien X today. That's right. App.alientech.win. Are we at 1 billion yet? Or what are we at? Or 700? No, almost. All right. We're almost to 700 billion Titan X put in. That's awesome. I did all mine on day one, so I'm good to go with my Alien. I'm not taking that 8% hit. I was there day one. But if you haven't done it, definitely good people behind this team. You want to support. the good guys. App.alientech.win. There it is. B Roots is a clown with less credibility than Kamala. Bro, I don't know. I don't know how you can just. It's all for. I get it. It's all part of like being a WWE actor. Like B Roots is his persona. That's not him in real life. Like a lot of people I know and respect and like in real life have all met B Roots and all said he's a real nice guy. So if we all met him in person, we'd all love him. But his internet shit, it's not the way I do stuff, and to each their own. You know, he's obviously doing something right. He's got way more followers than me. But it's all good. Mobius, the man, what's good? Thomas Anderson, let's go. Been away for a while. It's good you're back, bro. You're back in time. All the alpha. Right now, everything's about to pop off in this ecosystem. You know, definitely take a look at Alien X. I mean, now you got chances, bro. People were freaking out that everything's taken off. Everything's taken off in Titan X. I missed out. And now we get a big dip. And people are wondering what's going on. Why is Titan, is B Roots for real? Like, it's so funny. You can tell who's new in this ecosystem because you see red candles and you see B Roots' tweet and you start to question everything. It's funny how that shit works. Like, I see what he's doing over there. Claytrons, what up? Vets, my man. Go check out the shit show, 1 o'clock Eastern time, or Vets' channel. Last week, Sonny was on there. Cryptographics was on there. I think, was I on last week or 2 weeks? I can't even remember. Time flies. But definitely having some good people on there. Good discussions. Tid Top, what up? What up? Julian, let's go. There we go. Oh, Shaq, let's go. Shaq, you're back. Appreciate you being here. Where do I see Titan X in 12 months? Probably like a 50X from here. I don't know. That's just straight guessing. I mean, I'm looking at Volt right here, and Volt's going to a couple bucks for show. And guys, Volt is down at 4.5 cents right now. I was looking at potentially swapping something for Volt, a bag that I had. I sold all my Metis for the Element 280 NFT. So I'm looking at some coins now. I might trim down on some GPU and get in here, but yeah, guys, this is the opportunity. I mean, Alien X, I think it's the only Alien X is the only greed coin right here, up 50%. But you know, this is what happens when Titan X goes down, the leverage coins go down harder. You know, I don't know why Dragon X seems to be getting punished harder, but it's all good. I'm not worried about this. Is all just short-term noise right here, guys. Short-term noise. Look at the pipeline here. 16 projects coming up. I totally forgot about the Titan X conference that's coming up this week. Titan conference. It's going to be awesome. Like 50 people coming. Steve, DeFi Steve, and Bad Sports, been putting it together. It's going to be a good event. So that's going to be for 2 straight days, Saturday and Sunday. Oh, that wasn't the post. Here it is. Sorry. This is the one right here. So it starts off at, I think like, what's that, 8:30 in the morning? Something like that. It goes till 7. And yeah, guys, it's going to be some good stuff. Lots of good speakers going to be on here. And this is how we bring the community together. You know, I'm on one of the panels with Rags and Facing Reality. You know, this is Ali. This is they have like 4 slots. So these are the guests that they're having. We have our own 4-hour slot with Steve DeFi and Shiz. Rags to Riches, Face It Reality will be on there. So guys, this is like our ecosystem is popping right now. Titan X is the one. It's so nice because you don't have to deal with the bullshit. Like, it's so nice to put up a tweet about, you know, someone else's project, something I like, and not have to take shit for it. And it's like the second I tweeted about Pulsar, because it obviously got Pulse Chain guys' algorithms, it's like you get shit for it. Oh, why? If it's not built on Pulse Chain, it sucks. It's like, bro, If you build on Pulse Chain, you're crucified. Like, what the hell are you talking about? It's not fun. It's already a struggle right now, trying to compete, trying to make a name for yourself out here with a billion different projects. And guess what? The last thing you want to do is have a good project and have people in the own ecosystem you're trying to help and support talk shit about you and tell you you're a scammer. So I'm just happy for this ecosystem right now. We're blessed to be here. Let's check out. Oh, wow. Safe is in the top 100. I thought I was on my favorites list. Oh, but see, I took it off my favorites list because I was a bad boy and I sold it. Like, that was like the only rule is I'm not selling any bags, but a free airdrop of that Gnosis there for some of these Titan X projects for like Volt and Element 280 to be able to get passive income for the rest of my life if I hold this NFT. I mean, guys, I already claimed almost $220 in rewards the first week. And already now I'm at $92. And this is after a 20% haircut in the price too. So this was at like 110. So I spent 0.54 ETH on that thing. And I'm already going to get back like $300. Yeah, I earned 121. And I think this is what I'm about to claim next week. So I'm going to have all my investment back within maybe 3 months. And then from there on, I can start claiming them and swapping them out for more anything at that point. You know, it's awesome. Like, there are certain projects in this ecosystem that are just special. Volt, when what Steve is building on top of this, the flywheel with Viper and Lotus. Oh my God, this thing is already burnt. What are we at now of the supply? How much? 26.57% burnt. And this thing's 27 days old. Absolutely incredible. How many people are in the auctions today? 20 people in the auction. So yeah, it's just, I don't know why people are doing this. It just makes no sense because I think people are doing it that don't know, because you're going to get right now it's 29%. But if I come in here in 11 hours from now and I put in, you know, $1 billion, I'm going to crush you down like tenfold. So just market buy right now. If you missed out on Volt, it's still worth it. It really is. Do we have any streams about Alien X? Are you able to give a brief explanation about tokenomics? Yeah, dude, Alien X is very simple. So you mint it with 1-to-1 with Titan X, and then a portion of that gets sent to the buy and burn. A portion of it for Titan X, a portion of it gets sent to the Alien X buy and burn. All right, here we go. So Alien X, the core, powered by Inferno. Titan X buys Inferno and stores it in the core. So right now in here, there's 15 billion Titan X is sitting in the in for fuel. So this protocol now has fuel for a long time in the future. And the Inferno buy and burn too, which is Inferno already like 53% of the supply is burnt. So there's like 4 other projects coming on top of Inferno. So like I have a bag of Inferno, right? It's one of the ones I liked early. You have to pick and choose in this ecosystem, right? Like there's too many projects coming now I feel like for me to be involved in everything. Unless you're a whale and you can afford to just splash around, like God bless you. I wish I was in that position, but I'm not. So I need to pick and choose carefully where I need to be in. And I'm hearing that Ouroboros is super profitable right now. You know, that's what I'm definitely missed out on that. I minted Alien X. I got the E280 NFT. I have the Legend X NFT. I have a bag of Inferno, a bag of Volt. I have 2 long-term Hydra miners. I have 1 short-term Hyper miner going. And then I have my bags of Titan X and Dragon X. And I want someone to show me how liquidity providing is profitable, because I was in the Titan farms. I got in on day 1. I just wanted to do a test, right? And I put in $500 of each, Dragon X and Titan X. And after 7, I think you just have to leave it in there for a long time or something, but it cost me like $11 in gas to do the approval and deposit it. And in like the 6 days there, I got maybe like 9 or 10 Tink. And when I sold them, it was like 280 a coin. So I literally barely broke even because the little bit of impermanent loss I suffered, I was down. I was actually even Titan X or even Dragon X, but down on the other one. One or the other, I was down a tiny bit, but still, I just don't understand. You know, how do you catch up to the impermanent loss? Like you can only be profitable when the Tink coin is at a certain value because you're always going to have less coins in that pool. Like with the impermanent loss, it's going to constantly keep fluctuating, but a little to the downside, but you accumulate the rewards and you sell them and buy it back. Like I was super profitable in the Pulse chain farms. I was paying really in the Pulse X farm, but I don't care. It's just not for me. I'm not a whale. I don't care. I don't need to be in here earning a couple bucks, taking that risk. Because especially with day 369 comes, I don't know if Dragon X and Titan X kind of separate, but I don't know. It is what it is. Everybody, there's so many ways to make money in this ecosystem. And that's the thing. Like, if I guarantee tomorrow I could put a tweet out and say, hey guys, I'm really struggling with liquidity providing in the Titan farms. Who wants to do a stream to help me out? And I guarantee someone will come on and help out. And that's why this community is so incredible. But Alien X, yeah, it's a leverage play. I would think more of on Inferno and kind of Titan X. So definitely you could read through the contracts here, join the Telegram, but I mean you're basically Alien X buying and burning the Inferno and helping out the Titan X buy and burn. Burned by Alien. So Alien X has burned 3.27%. Is this the supply already in 1 week, in 1 mint period? But guys, this is so early. Like I minted on day one and I'm just holding liquid. Like I don't care. I'm not like in this to try to arbitrage everything. Like with the Element 280 NFT, I'm sure right now if I come and I sell my NFT, I could last week this thing was $1,900. So with the 16% hit, I could have made $80 and I could have burnt one off the market and did all that. But I don't care. I'm not trying to do that. I'm good. I'm patient. I'm in this for the long term. Long term. Zoom out. Like this is an 8-year retirement period where you could literally start with a couple $1,000s early into these projects and hold them this cycle, take some profits, maybe buy some lows next bear market, and then rinse and repeat. And after 8 years, you might never have to work again. And there's nothing else like this out there that I've found. I mean, Pokemon cards have been great. The last 6 months, these things have been going crazy, especially 151 and some of the new Scarlet and Violet boxes. Like they're going crazy, but still you have to hold boxes. You got to store them. You have to worry about selling them. But now, fortunately, there's these consignment services out there where you can just literally mail them a box of your stuff and they sell it all for you at like a 2% markup. But nice, crypto's where it's at. Like this NFT now is passive income for the rest of my life. And by having the arbitrage in here, someone's going to come and burn their NFT, sell everything and remint it for a $5 profit. And that's going to, and there's only a certain time when the NFTs can be minted for, and that's going to stop. And then we're going to be getting passive income forever on these. Amazing. Volt with the flywheel that's coming with Viper and with the Nexus wheel. Oh my God, this is incredible. Let me see if this Steve has some stuff on Twitter about it. But if you check out Steve's stream with Crypto Kindness, we have one. I think he did one with Mo that a bunch of us jumped on. But oh my God, guys, it's gonna be nuts. Like Steve is a mad genius here. And I think he's starting something really cool with these AI like stories here and stuff. I think all of us should be doing this for our projects. Like with Morpheus, Facing Reality's been crushing it with like the videos and the AI stuff. But I think if we all start using AIs and start blasting around clips of the green circles with like AI videos and clips, like we're now just levels ahead of all these other communities. Like these are the little things that We need to go viral to get people's eyes out here. I mean, people are such degens and stuff, but once you get them in here, the Goo God's the perfect example. He told me on 11/11 he's retiring the degenerate from his name. And he's going to be Goo God, the Alien X, Hodler, Diamond Handing, UFO, Titan X, Chad. Oh, well, 8 years is wild. Dude, it is, yeah. It's wild, but where else? If you're working a job, right? Say you're making 50 grand a year and you could save, you know, $3,000 or $4,000. In 30 years, you got 120K. So you got to invest that wisely. You know, so say you take $2,000-$3,000 and you put it into Titan X and the Volt, and you 30x that, and you now have $75,000. You could take, 25, 50 of it, pay off bills, whatever, and take that next 25 and invest at the bottom next cycle. And that 25,000, if you can 30x it again, now you have 700,000. Now at making 50K a year, you just gave yourself 14 years of salary right there in like a 6 to 8 year window. And there's just nowhere else in life you could do this. Like the fast money, the get rich overnight. I'm gonna, get to this meme coin, make 1,000x. Like, bro, I guarantee you, if you gave 100 people the meme coin that's gonna start ripping tomorrow, they get in at a 20K market cap. Look at PTGC. We were in this day one, and the amount of people that were able to not sell anything and just hold, I couldn't do it. I didn't know this coin was going to be where it was. When we got in back here, when we were up 40x, 50x, you start taking profits thinking, oh my God, it's going to crash down. This is too good. And then look what you miss out on. So just because you found the best coin, holding it and taking profits and not wrecking yourself or round tripping it, that's the hardest part. That's the hardest part right there. So that's why for me is spreading it out and just zooming back and saying, all right, you give me, I got my stuff put out here. If I can just maintain, if I can just outside of crypto, just pay my bills, stay exactly level. All my crypto within 5 years I'll be retired. And you can, even with 5K right now, with 5 grand, it's a lot of money, but it's not. You come and you do these right projects. I mean, what's Volt at right now? A couple cents, 4.5 cents. I mean, this thing's going to a couple dollars for sure. I mean, that's like a 50x right there. So if you have 2 grand, you turn that into 100 in the next year. If you can't rinse and repeat and do that again over the next 3 years, like that's how you have to play this. Like if you really want to take gambles, but if you don't have much money and you're grinding, you're working your ass off, the last thing you want to do is lose it all and just get wrecked. Like people don't come back from that shit. When you slowly build it up, you hit on Volt, you hit on a couple other projects. The last thing you want to do is go gamble with it. You want to put that into safer stuff from there. So the more you start to make, the less risk you want to start to take. But these projects here, the stuff that's being built, it's all set up so we all win. We all help each other. All these projects coming. There's going to be 100 projects coming that burn Titan X. 100. And we're 17 in. The inflation that's about to start coming, or I mean the hyper-deflation that's about to start coming with Titan X, absolutely mind-blowing. Like where we're going to be in 2 months from now is going to be a different world. Like I love how Mike updated this graphic here. The supply that's minted now. And look at where we're coming. This has been the past, and look at the future. The biggest day is Halloween. And that's 465 billion. Alien X has already gobbled up almost 700. So one day, a project launches on that day, and it does half of Alien X. Boom, all that inflation is gone. It's insane, bro. Like we are literally, yeah, there you go. Well, here's a link for a good stream for Alien X. Why? Why, bro? Why? Because for me, I have a big bag of Inferno that I got into early that I've been holding, and I want to support a project that is going to be burning it, which is a leverage play in Inferno, helping to burn it. So, and my friends are starting it, so I want to like help them out and support them. So, I only did like 250 million Titan X, which wasn't a lot, but like for me, that's all I can afford to do. But I want to support, I want to help them out big time. Which type on it? Which am I most bullish on? That's a good question, bro. For the short term, I love Hyper because it's just a printer. Miner, you can just do Hyper miners and print Titan X. So what I did is I did 2 Hyper miners, and that's when I took my Titan X I made from my first miner and then bought like $150 in ETH or something, and then swapped it into Titan X. And that's what I did with Alien X. Like if you only have a little bit of Titan X, like no, do not go and put it into Alien X. Don't go getting out of your core. You have to go and make money outside of crypto and go bring $250 in and then put it into, one of these new protocols, buy some Volt. But bro, Volt, I'm the most bullish on right now in the next like 3-4 weeks, Volt, because what Steve's building, bro. Lotus just came out and Viper comes out, and with the way he has this set up is the buy pressure rotates every day from Volt to Viper to Lotus and back and forth. And he's got the Nexus wheel, and he's building basically a Volt that attaches to every one of these main coins. So there's like one that's with Flux, one with Awesome X, but they're all named something. But it's incredible. And yeah, I talked to Steve personally. He's so smart and he's such a good dude. Like I want to support people like that. And it gets to a point, with when all these founders are docs, they're here on stream. It's like with Richard Hart, with Pulse Chain, with most projects, like you want to be in something that has a founder that you share the same principles with, that you like align with. That there's no sign that they're here because they love crypto. They're here for glory, to build. They're not here to make $1 million and buy a Lambo and peace out. Like that's what you don't want. And dude, yeah, I could go off forever about this shit, guys. But this ecosystem is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, bro. Get that degenerate out your name, bro. Get that out your name. It's no more. Yeah, just looking at the headlines too, all over Main Street. Microsoft places assessment in investing in Bitcoin as voting item for December shareholder meeting. Coinbase sees AI agents in crypto driving economic boom day after Brian Armstrong offers a meme coin trading bot wallet. You guys just look at the difference in the headlines now versus where they were. Kraken unveils their new layer 2 built on Optimism super chain. There we go. So, Optimism is going to be a long-term winner. The only exposure we have are the Zen FTs on Optimism, and we got lucky. We picked a winning ecosystem. All of the Zen on Optimism is gone. If you go and do a Zen FT, you'll get 1 OP Zen per day. So all where Zen on ETH is, it's 6 months ahead or 6 years ahead on Optimism. And I'm printing Velodrome and PERT protocol on Optimism. So I'm building bags, selling my Zen FTs. It's great. But Kraken having their own L2, guys, this is the future. Everybody that's successful is going to have their own private blockchain or their own blockchain on L2 somewhere, or their own native blockchain. You're seeing it all over. Creo, I think Google was saying, is building their own AI stuff, their own chain. That's the future. Richard Hart front ran it. Build your own chain, bring all your assets over there, because interoperability is not going to be a problem. I don't know where the article was, but it was just basically saying that, interoperability in the future is going to be a thing of the past. You're going to be able to just go from chain to chain inside like MetaMask or one of the wallets. And this is what we need to see here. Pro crypto bills. I know people have been giving me shit. Oh, did you see that Chris Larson gave $10 million of XRP to Kamala Harris. Yeah, I did see that. And you know what that was? A very smart move. Why? Let's think about this for a second, right? They accepted XRP as payment. Therefore, how they would never accept an illegal security. So just the fact that Kamala Harris took the XRP alone and is holding it in her wallet, in her campaign fund, whatever, that's a huge thing for XRP. Two, since it was in kind, if they sell it or if they take profits or do anything with it, that shows that secondary sales aren't securities. So by sending them, XRP was a strategic move. It guarantees that others that are on the fence, it shows, look, if you get XRP, you can sell it, you can do whatever you want with it. And it kind of leads, it gives kind of clarity for it, because something's coming, guys, real in the near future. Like if you just look at Ledger Insights here and just kind of read the different articles, everything with all the banks and their DLTs and their obsession with stablecoins. Visa sees the stablecoin sandwich as the path to stablecoins going mainstream. Swift could integrate with Enbridge CBDC cross-border payment system. Guys, it's already all done and set and done behind the scenes. Stripe is going to acquire like a Velo or a Stronghold or something like that. That's all these Web2 companies are going to do. PayPal acquires Stripe or Stronghold. Game changer right away. That's what's coming. But I just know, guys, like looking at the RWA.XYZ, you could see now we have private credit, institutional funds, stocks, U.S. Treasury debt, non-U.S. government debt, commodities, and corporate bonds on chain. So look at this. Earlier this year, stocks weren't even on chain. Okay, never mind. Sorry. They had less than around $5 million to start the year. And now we're up to 8.6. But corporate bond, look at this, guys. It's growing and growing and growing. Private credit from 6 billion to 9, a 50% growth. So these things, guys, this is what's going to cause the shift in the market. When we see all these assets on chain, when we have debt issued on chain, treasuries issued on chain, that's what's going to start to bring value to the real stuff in crypto, what it's meant for. Not Bitcoin, not Ethereum, not Solana. All this shit. Like, yeah, Solana's great for meme coins. It's faster than Ethereum. Cool. Would any legitimate business build their project on top of Solana? Why haven't we seen one? Because it's not logical. It's not going to happen. All right. Like, I know we're in the right spot. Something is going to happen really soon. It has to. Oil. It's going to start with Japan, guys. I promise you. It's either going to be oil or us cutting rates. It's going to force Japan to increase their rates. I think it's going to be oil. Something with war, something is going to drive the price of oil up. So Japan's going to have to raise their interest rates to start to compete with the dollar or to fix that problem. That's going to unwind the reverse carry trade. We saw a couple months ago, Japan raised rates, and within like 2 to 3 days, they said, nope, we're done. We can't do this. This is not happening. So we are going to force them to cut in the near future. Right? That is going to be a big problem. That is now go after the carry trade unwinds. Treasuries are going to be dumped at massive amounts. You're already starting to hear rumblings of it. Getting off the dollar. Get these BRICS countries are now settling in everything outside the dollar. China is going to start dumping our treasuries. Japan, once Japan starts to dump, and I think right now, looking at the 10-year, it just keeps rising. It's inverted. And it's not going to work out good. So once these treasuries start being dumped, I think they're going to issue some kind of stablecoin legislation. It might be emergency legislation, or just coincidentally is going to be timed perfectly to where that is going to soak up all of the debt that has flooded the market. The BRICS countries don't need these treasuries. Japan's going to release their CBDC, and I think they're going to incentivize it to where it's for stuff that helps Japan's own economy. It's not foreign debt. So when they issue new bonds and stuff, it's going to be for infrastructure, for stuff actually inside Japan. They're going to be done relying on foreign treasuries. So once that stablecoin legislation is passed and I think it's going to be Ripple's RLUSD, they already said is going to be backed by treasuries, and either Tether is working with someone inside the government to keep the Ponzi scheme going, which is the only reason they haven't came down on them yet. And until they have that solution and they can or they have the ability to soak up the ungodly amount of treasuries that are going to hit the market, nothing's going to change. But they're going to cause the problem because the solution is there. So the stablecoin legislation will give full clarity to XRP and XLM, because we know XLM and their ties to Circle, and they have native USDC issued directly on chain. And with XRP and XLM, all of the security issues that plague ETH and all the other blockchains, they're built into the protocol layer on the XRP ledger and on Stellar. The automated market makers are built into the protocol, guys. It's completely different than everything else we see. I know you don't want to hear this, but guys, this is reality. Like, these markets, what happens when Bitcoin hits 74K and then starts to crash and starts dumping like crazy? They freeze Tether and they realize, holy shit, Tether's a Ponzi scheme that's been printing billions of dollars to pump up Bitcoin's price for the last 8 years. What happens then? Are you prepared for that? And we are in Titan X. We are in, Pulse Chain's still going to get affected. I mean, Titan X will still get affected a little bit, but not as much as the shit that Raoul Pal and Crypto Banter and these assholes are shilling people. These guys are going to get destroyed in Solana and Bitcoin and all these other projects. It's inevitable, right? So they're going to then, I think, sanction Tether right around when RLUSD is out to soak up all those treasuries. And now there's going to be a major loss of liquidity, and it's going to have implications for Bitcoin, because Tether is the only reason Bitcoin is where it is today. I just don't believe that is not the case. And then we have all the investment banks now that have huge positions to Bitcoin and other crypto. And once there's a liquidity crisis, they're going to have to, or something starts tanking, they're going to have to start liquidating large positions. It's inevitable. They're going to have to sell to cover the unrealized losses. And that's going to cause cascading effects into the stock market. And I think you've been hearing ICE 9 event, no liquidity anywhere. Everything's frozen up. I don't think it's going to get that crazy, but you could go look up, who was it that had put out a really good couple videos about, maybe it was Ray Dalio. I think it was Ray Dalio. Look up Ray Dalio ICE 9. And he talks about when pretty much all the global liquidity freezes up and nothing can move. I think we're going to get close to that. And when the stock market starts to dump, I mean, the entire stock market is traded by algorithms and bots. And as soon as they are seeing huge losses on one side, it's just going to trigger massive sells all over the place to try to keep even. And they're going to want to blame someone for this. And I have a feeling it's going to be Bitcoin. I've been saying it all along. Bitcoin is the Trojan horse. It was amazing. And where did it come from? The government. It came from the NSA, from the government. If you put a gun to my head and said, who is Satoshi? I don't know, but I guarantee you David Schwartz knows who part of Satoshi is. Richard Hart knows who part of Satoshi is. Definitely Hal Finney, maybe Craig Wright, and what AI coin I've been telling you guys about for the last 3 months, screaming at you to buy. Cubic. Go look into the founder of Cubic, Sergey Ivancheglo. Go look at his background. He started INX, which was one of the 3 biggest ICOs in the history of crypto. And he started IOTA, the founder of IOTA, which shout out Maximus, the legend. Guys, follow Maximus Crypto. Literally one of the best researchers out here. Puts together the best presentations on Quant, Stellar, Hedera, Jasmy, all this stuff that I try to relay the information. 90% of it comes from this guy right here. So definitely give him a follow. Max is awesome. Guys, so I think this is what's going to play out. And then they're going to need that scapegoat. They're going to be bitching. It was Bitcoin. But they're going to need to settle real time. We already saw the switch from, I think it was T+3 to T+1. So now we cut it down from 3 days to 1 day, but that T+1 is still a huge problem. They have to be able to settle in real time. And the only way to do that is with XRP. And then I think BlackRock, who is BlackRock's digital asset head? And where did he come from? Ripple. Robbie Mitchnick came from Ripple. No coincidences there. So the stock market starts to tank. They need instant settlement. There it is. There's XRP right there. It's got legal clarity with Stellar. BlackRock launches the ETF. We already have seen filings of it. It's 100% coming in the future. They can't fake that paperwork. And if you notice when all that came out, BlackRock never denied it. When it says, oh, it wasn't this past one. It was like a year or so ago. A Delaware filing came out and BlackRock did not deny it. So if somebody put out a fake or filed a fake form under them, they would 100% have came out and said that was not us, whatever. But they didn't. They did not argue it. So I think BlackRock's going to launch the XRP ETF right around the time there's a liquidity crisis. And that right there will funnel all the liquidity right in to where they need it. And now we have $100 XRP and everyone's happy. And people are in shock at what the hell happened. But I've been here telling you for 3 years, XRP and XLM, Hedera, they're chosen ones. I was bullish as hell on Casper. And I don't know exactly what it was. If it was Casper Labs switched to Prove AI, and now the Casper network is still a thing. So did they split? I don't know what happened. I mean, my bag is now worth maybe $100 after this dip. So I only had like a $500 bag staking, but why would I sell right now? It is what it is. I mean, Casper had so much working for them. The CEO there, I love her. She's so smart. The presentation she's given, she's been in the industry for 20 years. She built something out that would be convenient for her and what she experienced in her career. So I don't know what's going on, but guys, it just shows the importance of being diversified. Like Casper looked so great for years, and then boom, just like that, shit happens and it gets bad. But this is opportunity. If you believe in it, I'm not buying anymore. I just can't justify going outside Titan X right now. And that's the thing too, is you need to have your backup plans. Your plan A, for me, my long-term portfolio in my iTrust Capital account with Stellar and Ripple and Quant and Hedera and Chainlink and Avalanche and Near Protocol. Those are all long-term. I'm not worried about them. But if I didn't have that, you bet I would have a little bag of XRP, guys. I just know. You go watch all Max's videos about XRP and Stellar and let me know where we've been wrong about any of this stuff. I really start to see now that people do the FUD stuff. It's the XRP army and the hexagons are the easiest to stir up in the world. So one FUD tweet, one this, you could stir up the whole army, and people are good at that, at doing that stuff and really just drawing up engagement, guys. So this Titan X ecosystem is incredible. Guys, we are about to go hyper-deflationary. The future supply is gone. Look at this. And on day 280 right here, we had 9 trillion coins come out. And guess what? The price did not go down on day 280. It stayed flat. Why? Well, maybe because there is, let's see how much money is in the Titan X buy and burn. So right now in V2, we only have 200K, but in V1, oh, what's that? Oh, only $11.2 million in this buy and burn. So all of the supply, guys, is going to be out in the next 2 months. And we have 4,400 ETH that are going to buy and burn Titan X moving forward. This is going to get hyper-deflationary. And then we have the projects built on top. And every Max, you don't know this, you're new to this ecosystem, but every project that is built on top of Titan X, in order to get on this page here and get on the hub, which is like the vetted projects, you have to have your main liquidity pair with Titan X, and your projects has to burn Titan X. So every one of these projects on here either burns Titan X or Dragon X. And there's 17 launched, there's 16 upcoming, and there's going to be 100 that are launched in the next year or two. So 100 projects coming on top. And I still haven't even talked about our project, Morpheus. I'm going to save that for tomorrow night. Probably do a whole show on that, because what's coming, guys, with Morpheus, holy shit. You guys don't even know. This is going to be wild, guys. The lottery that we're doing, people are going to make a shitload off of this. So you come, our mint, when it happens in the next 4 or 5 days, the launch is going to be happening. So for every 100 million Titan X you use to mint Morpheus, you're going to get one lottery ticket. And 10% of the entire mint is going to be put into this pool. So I'm just looking at Alien X, their first mint phase. They so far in their first 1.5, they've done almost 700 billion Titan X. So if we could do, say, 500, that's going to be 50 billion Titan X given out to 10 winners. So that's 5 billion Titan X per winner right there. So this is going to be like life-changing, guys. I mean, imagine that. And imagine if we get 1 billion that come in mint. That would be 10 billion Titan X for 10 different people. I mean, that's like $15,000 in Titan X right now. So this is going to be a huge giveaway. And guys, there is going to be a lot more that's coming with Morpheus. It is not just like, you know, you mint and you hold. Like, the team behind this has some awesome ideas. And I can tell you that there's some of the bigger faces in the community know what's going on behind the scenes, and all are very excited for it and have been all very supportive. So guys, this is going to be incredible. So look out for Morpheus. We'll be talking about it for sure this weekend when we have the conference, you know, the Saturday and Sunday. It's both 2 days, and definitely be there for that. Saturday all day, Sunday all day. Hear about everything. There'll be little slots where if you want to know about Volt, you want to hear about Alien X, you want to hear about Lotus, there'll be slots for pretty much all the new projects. It's awesome. Tune in for that. Jake's going to be there, you know, the man himself, and that you got to respect that. He's got so much going on. He's the founder of Titan X. He doesn't have to be doing the stuff he does. He goes out and likes as many tweets as possible, jumps on as many streams as possible. He's here every day. I DM him and just run stuff by him. If I got questions, or, hey, Jay, what do you think about this? And he always takes the time to respond. And you got to appreciate people like that. So an incredible founder. Everything so far has just been running smoothly. And this is the opportunity right here. This is really the first big pullback in a lot of these coins. I mean, we've really been running hard. And PTGC on Pulse Chain, look at this. Like we talked, it's been a year now since we got into this. A year ago to the day, pretty much, we started talking about it on stream. And this thing has ran up. I don't even know how much. 13,000, 14,000% around there. So I think it's a little more than that, but regardless, I wish I didn't sell. And you know what? You know what's funny? I sent more than I have right now. I sent to friends of mine more PTGC, more hundreds of millions that I send to friends than I own right now. So I made if I had just held my first $200 purchase, I'd have like a $500,000 right now off this bag. But you know what? It's a learning experience. And I'm happy I even got like 10K in PTGC, to be honest with you. You got to learn. And I never thought, once I found out who was behind it, who created it, started to become friends with the Gray 369 and Mando and Coach, all these guys, you never thought your friends could build a project that's the most talked about project in the all of Pulse chain. I was so used to last cycle, doing research and finding these projects, but you could never reach out to these people or just, hit them up on Twitter. They'd be there, jump into Discord or AMA and talk to this. Like it wasn't like that last cycle. So the ability to talk to founders and team leaders and being in Discords, it really is awesome. You can really get a feel for people if you like the vision, you like the attitudes and stuff. And I think we've just nailed this cycle between the AI coins we have with Cubic. We already hit a 60x on GPU. Spectra is about to rip. Ledger AI, that's another gem right here. It's at like a 20 million, holy shit, $8 million market cap. So this is right about where I bought in. I bought in at like 3.5 cents a couple weeks ago, like maybe down in here somewhere. And this thing I think is going to rocket up hard, but GPU did incredible. And then gaming, Nakamoto, I think is going to do phenomenal. Creo is going to do phenomenal. And then all the utility stuff from Velo to Stronghold to Saucer Swap and Karate Combat. I really think Hedera will do all right. I just think the wrong people were on the foundation and some greedy people were there. But I think now that's all brought to light. I think the right moves will be made that'll help out. And that's a problem. That's why I love Titan X. I love Pulse Chain because there's no ICOs. There's no pre-sales in this shit. There's no VC money. There's no massive inflation and dumping, no huge extractions. Well, there's people extracted from the community, but not at the scale of Algorand and all these coins in the mainstream. But you know what? We're starting to come towards the end of a lot of the inflation for a lot of these projects. So it's going to be an amazing cycle. I think the whole, it's a left translated cycle. Bitcoin's going to top at the end of this year and it's all going to be over and the depression until 2027. Guys, I heard that the world was ending all year. The markets are it's doomsday approaching. Yet the stock markets are making new all-time highs. I think right now the S&P is going to hit 6,500, maybe 7K. And when it does, that's the time to get out. I think we're going to run till March or April. It's going to be almost a normal cycle. And then it's going to get bad, guys. We're going to have a huge crash. But I don't know if the crash is going to happen in the next couple months. And that crash is going to usher in, the XRP settling to the back end of the stock market or being utilized by banks. Like, I don't know how this is going to play out. That's why you just got to position yourself the best you can. Get yourself into some of the utility coins. Get yourself into some of the stuff on Pulse Chain or in Titan X. Get yourself into some AI coins. Don't sleep on Cubic. Like I'm telling you, if you just get Titan X, Cubic, XRP, and Pulse Chain, you will crush this cycle. That's all you really got to do. Honest to God. And maybe Quant or something. That's it. There's 5 coins and you are going to crush it. I promise. It's that easy, guys. We know the best coins here. I'm here every day. I wake up in the morning and listen to Max's presentation every morning. I'll listen to Ivan's stream, listen to Max's presentations from the night before, go see what's going on with Scott Melker, go and check on the markets, watch some TA guys from Camel Finance, Crypto Cobra, see what they're thinking on TA. And that's by 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm already listening to 4 hours of content. And then from there, it's all right, what's going on in the markets? And it just leads you to a different rabbit hole every day. So until people can prove us wrong here, It's just the fudders and the idiots. Like B Roots is the classic example, right? We've been here for a year, having all these different projects on the channel, interviewing them, talking to them about what they're building, why they're building it. And then to see somebody that just surface FUDs it when all the proof is there. Titan X has $11 million in the buy and burn, and you're going to FUD it? Like, bro, your reputation is ruined. And I couldn't do that. I'd feel like such an idiot if I came out here. Look, I'm already telling you guys, Bitcoin's not getting to 100K. I look like the clown right now. Everybody out here is telling you Bitcoin is going to 150. What's going to 130 easily? No, it's not. And when they're all wrong, maybe we'll get some validation and some credit. But honestly, I don't care. I'd rather be super shadow banned and put way in the back burner so I can come on here and do a stream, have 242 people in here right now, and not one troll. Everybody's positive. Everyone has good questions. Like, it just makes the stream so much better. It doesn't distract me. I don't have to deal with stupid people, stupid comments. Like, it's a blessing, honestly. And we're going to win so hard. Like, we're going to come from nowhere and then in 6 to 12 months taking over. And guys, like, I didn't even tell you about the Titan Party coin that I'm working on with Steve, DeFi Steve, the Volt founder. We are going to start. I'm just going to tell you right now. Fuck it. I don't care. We talked today, and instead of just focusing on us having a party for the community somewhere, we want to go to ETH Denver every year, go to Consensus, go to Token 49, and get a Titan X booth at every single conference moving forward. So every crypto conference now, Titan X will have a booth there, have a presence there. And then we have like our dinners or our meetups or our parties at these events. So we're like hitting the crypto crowds already. Because it dawned on me, I was like, man, what if Maddie did his conferences around the other Bitcoin conferences and ETH and stuff like that? I just think, man, how many more eyes could have got on this? So how cool would that be if, I don't know what the next conference is or whatever in like March or April, but hitting next year saying, all right, guys, what are the 5 biggest conferences around the world and what projects want to go and have a presence there? So ETH Denver, we could have whatever guys are in the United States, the Awesome X guys or Volt or Alien X. They all go out there and hand out swag and all kinds of stuff. So everywhere they go, there's alien stuff all over the place and just neon green and people start to know, holy shit, that's the Titan X guys. Like, what a better way to get out there. So that's what Steve and I are planning for this. I think it's going to be revolutionary. It's going to be game changing, and it'll be a good way for us to take this to all these conferences and have a presence there instead of just an online presence. No, when Real Rand midget banters running around with his film crew filming them, when he gets out in front of Titan X booth, someone go out and trip his little ass. Just little things like that would be funny as hell. But having a presence there, being able to do interviews with people live from Consensus at the Titan X booth, that's what we need to do, I think. And that's what we got planned. So look for that. We're going to be talking about it more on the conference this weekend, but it's not going to be coming out until probably January. It's nothing that needs to be rushed, but we want to do it right. And we want to make it so it's the most effective. We can get in front of the most eyes, reach the most people for the most cost-effective way. Because if we have our own awesome party, yeah, we could have social media presence. We could film it all, get it all out on the internet. But if we could go to where there's already thousands of crypto people and start from there, I think that's a much better idea. So yeah, guys, the future is bright. Be diversified, and you're going to need to be, because shit's about to get crazy. Like, what happens tomorrow if they say, yep, we're suing Pepe, and any meme coin that had a similar launch to Pepe, you need to come register with us, and any exchanges can no longer list meme coins unless they've been vetted and approved by the SEC. What happens if that gets something like that goes down tomorrow? The market just tanks, but I don't think the utility coins are affected. So there's going to be that rinse out of the shit coins. It's inevitable. Like, we're in the biggest shit coin bubble right now with zero utility, propped up garbage all around crypto. And I think we're this close for that ending and the utility cycle starting. But Guys, one day at a time, be patient, have conviction in what you hold. All right. No one's going to shake me out of the shit I have. No one. And when you're in that position and you know I hold the right coins, it's only a matter of time before they're used at scale. Liquidity flows onto these chains, and all the coins that we own are the ones that everyone else wants, not Popcat. And I don't even know what these other shit coins are. I don't even care. But smash that like button, guys. I'm out of here. Appreciate every one of you that stopped in. You guys are all legends, and we'll see you tomorrow night.